programs like The Christopher Everard Show, The Covert Report with Susan Lindauer, Enemy Within Radio with Tom Barnes, Freaky Friday with The Woo Crew, The Gematria Effect with Zachary Hubbard, America's Evil Genius with Travis Cook, Phoenix Rising Radio with Phoenix, Quantum Connections with Lucky, and dozens more. Did you know you can listen from any telephone by dialing 641-793-7117 or call into your favorite show toll free at 833-TFR Live. Uncensored talk and news you won't hear in the mainstream media. Truth Frequency Radio, your protection from deception.
Impeachment probe, Turkey invite. I'm Ann Cates. Top Trump administration official Mick Mulvaney has withdrawn his request to be added to a lawsuit that wants a judge to decide whether potential witnesses have to comply with subpoenas from House Democrats as part of the impeachment probe. Correspondent Caitlin Collins.
That's notable not only because he's the chief of staff who still works for President Trump, but also because of the role he played in that White House letter. Remember that 8-page letter that they published, essentially telling White House officials not to comply with any requests from Democrats, giving them protection essentially not to. Now Mick Mulvaney wants to leave that decision for him in the court's hands.
A bipartisan group of House members is urging President Trump to rescind his invitation to Turkey's leader.
The bloc of 17 lawmakers is urging the president to cancel Wednesday's White House visit due to Turkey's invasion last month of northern Syria. In a letter, they say Turkey's action has had disastrous consequences for U.S. national security, has led to deep divisions in the NATO alliance, and has caused a humanitarian crisis on the ground. The letter goes on to say that this is a particularly inappropriate time for President Erdogan to visit the U.S. The visit by the Turkish president will include a joint news conference with President Trump the same day as the first public hearing of the House impeachment inquiry. Linda Kenyon, Washington.
Hong Kong's chief executive is vowing to crack down on pro-democracy protests that have turned violent. Correspondent Ivan Watson.
Some of the people here are journalists. Some of them are first aid volunteers. And police are about 100 meters up the road lobbing tear gas canisters this way. In the past hour, we've seen them firing water cannons. We've seen demonstrators hurling stones and bricks at the police vehicles.
On Wall Street, the Dow Jones Industrial Average gained 10 points. The S&P 500 closed down 6. The Nasdaq off by 11 points. I'm Ann Cates.
This is the Truth Frequency Radio Network. We are TFR. Truth Frequency Radio.
Astronauts to the moon.
10, 9, ignition sequence start. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2.
Not to get off track here, but I feel like we're in the Truman Show and we're in a snow globe and they just shook it up.
Welcome to reality.
And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to your protection from deception right here at truthfrequencyradio.com. It is Monday. It is Monday night. And that can only mean one thing, that it's time for the number one show on TFR on Monday nights between 6 and 8 p.m. Pacific and 9 to 11 Eastern. That show is Jeranism Monday Night Raw. And I'm your host, Jeran from Jeranism, and joining me this evening from across the United States plane, it's Dave, the man with multiple plans. Weiss. That was good. Dave. You have more plans than I have hair on my arms. That is so many plans in the works. I just love it. Are you ready?
How's my audio tonight? Am I clipping?
Not yet.
Okay.
But I can tell you if you begin to.
Are you excited for this coming week adventure?
So ready. Dallas, Texas, just days away. Yeah. Now, are you taking a plane to Dallas?
I am. I'm flying from the East Coast to Dallas.
Is it a direct flight, or will you be taking two planes?
I don't even know. I have to look at my itinerary. Maybe I'm taking two planes to the conference.
You can let me know when you get there how many planes took. So, all right, welcome to the show, everybody. Thank you for joining us. It is Monday night. It is November the 11th, 2019. Do you know what that means, Dave? What does 11/11 mean?
11/11 means it's my friend's birthday?
No.
Oh, your anniversary?
It's my anniversary. Yeah. How about that? Eight long years. So, yes, Missa is in the kitchen preparing dinner for this evening. So we'll have a little couples dinner. And it's been a nice day overall, getting ready for the conference, planning my presentation and getting that all together. But 8 years ago on Veterans Day. It is Veterans Day, right? That's what you call it. Yeah. I think we got married on a Friday, though. Yeah, it was a Friday. But, so welcome to the show, everybody. It is 11/11.
Matt and I have a presentation that we're doing, and I put together a PowerPoint or a keynote because I'm using a Mac, and I'm very excited about it.
Nice.
It's going to be a little bit of a surprise to some people, I think. I want to build it up. Don't get all excited. Nothing crazy. But I'm going to pull what I call – I can't even tell you what I'm going to pull. It's not a Logan Paul. It's more of a Jeranism.
Weird. I don't even know what that means.
That's good.
Well, I'll have to make sure. Is there somebody else going at the same time you two are? Do I have to choose? Because usually I would choose someone.
I don't know.
Okay.
I don't know.
If there is anybody at that time, I'll probably be doing that one. Just like last year during yours, I chose to sit through Marty Leeds rather than you guys. No, that's not true.
There will be there actually will be somebody going at the same time. But it doesn't matter. Everything's being recorded. You don't have to watch it live, but it's fun to watch it live.
It'll be fun. Yeah, I think there'll be a lot of people going live, and so hopefully people are getting ready. And we'll take your calls this evening as we always do during the second half. 213-333-9998 if you want to get in line now. But would love to hear from anybody that's going. Anybody that's got questions or concerns, maybe we can iron them out. I'm not sure. So let's see here. Do we have any app updates?
Did you see the new weather? I added the flat Earth weather, heat, precipitation, and winds. So if you've updated your app in the last few days, on the right-hand side, you'll see world weather.
Okay, I'm updating right now to see if I can see it.
You haven't done it yet? How dare you?
No, but I'm pretty sure that, usually when I go to the app, I just hit cancel when it goes to update because I don't want to go into the app store and do all that fun stuff. And then I see that I have like 75 apps that need updating. It's never fun. Then you got to sit there.
Right. If you the easy way to do it is just go to the app store, type in flat Earth clock. It shows right up, and then open it. Don't hit open. Just go into the
stuff, and then I see
listing,
that I have like
and it'll say
update.
You click update, it brings you right to the app.
Then you got to sit there.
Right. The easy way to do it is just go to the app store. So if you go to the app store, type in flat Earth. It shows up.
Already updated.
Okay, so you're done.
Yeah, but where do I?
On the right-hand side, just below the main weather, do you see a thing that says world weather with a little weather chart, colorful weather chart?
I do.
You click the little chart.
Oh, it goes to it's not an overlay.
It's not an overlay because I couldn't do the overlay wouldn't work. And the other problem with the overlay, too, is you can't pinch and zoom. This one you can pinch and zoom in. So it's a pop-up. It doesn't take you out of the app.
And it's up to date?
It's look at where the sun is. It's in the right position. It's got the correct temperatures and weather. And if you go to the top, there's 3 links, one for wind, one for precipitation, and one for temperature.
Correct.
Yeah. Wow. Now, it's good to get an overall look at, hey, what's going on in the world weather-wise. It's not going to give you your local weather to the spot because you really can't zoom in that far. But it's great when you're showing people.
I'm zooming in and seeing here that there's no real rain over me, which is true.
Yeah.
So you can see it. Very cool.
It's also when you show people how the weather works in nice circles, especially that first map,
right?
The temperature map. That's where their eyes go. Oh, that makes so much more sense
when it starts setting in.
Yeah. Yeah.
Very nice. Very nice.
I'm this app. You know what? It's been just over a year because I started it a few weeks before the conference last year. That I've worked on this thing every single day.
Yeah.
Since then.
And again, I've told the story a million times, but every time he calls me and says, "What do you think of this idea?" I'm like, "That's too hard to do." And then a week later, it's on the app.
Every time I do an update, I'm like, "That's it. I've done everything." And that was all of a sudden, I'm like, "Oh, that's another good idea." And half the listeners have thrown half the ideas at me. Hey, can you do this? Can you do that? And on the weather one, I said, no, I can't do it. And then it just fell in my lap a way to do it. And I'm like, wow, it's so good.
And it is a full moon, correct?
Correct.
Seems right across from it. Yeah, I saw.
You know what I've been noticing? I've been looking for different sources of moon data, and depending on where you get the source, they tell you different numbers. I think that's part of the deception. They don't want you to know the exact phase of the moon.
I've noticed that before too. I don't know if it's because they can't figure it out as far as for each person or each place, but you'd think it'd be the same. I mean, as far as like the moon percentage, right? It should be
right.
A moon for everyone, you'd think. But did you catch any of the Mercury transit today?
I caught some people that caught it, and so people like Karen B. and Dave Marsh filmed it, I believe.
Yeah, I filmed it.
What's your thought on it? And I'll give you my thought, because a lot of people, that are on the other side of the fence will look at this proves it. And what's your thought before I give you mine on what the Mercury transit across the sun's path means to the shape of the Earth?
Well, I would think it means absolutely nothing. That would be my bet.
Yes.
But it looks like a little thing just in front of the sun. I don't know. To me, I did it with my P900, which is infrared converted and had a solar filter, and got in there and looked at it, and I was unimpressed. I don't know.
How long was the transit?
I think like 5 hours, but I mean, I filmed it for maybe 4 minutes.
Okay, it's not like the space shuttle where it takes like 1 second.
No, I think it was, for you could have watched it all day or all 5 hours, but for me, by the time the sun rose, it was already like halfway on its way up. But it moves very slowly. It doesn't make any sense to me. The fact that it moves from the left to the right doesn't make sense to me. I mean, if you think about it, if we're spinning, then you would think that you would spin through it like it would move from the right to the left. Is it moving that fast?
No, I don't think it would move Mercury. I think Mercury moving. I mean, don't you and I see Mercury in the same point of the sun at the same time, even though we're across the country, or do we see it in two different positions?
I would say it's probably slightly off, but I could be wrong on that. I don't know. Yeah.
So what about the idea, the Mercury transiting the sun, if that's what it is, and it most likely is the thing that we call Mercury,
right?
The solar eclipse, which I think, it lines up to where the moon should be. Whether it's the moon or not, that's a whole nother question. But you never see, you don't see the moon approaching the sun or exiting the face of the sun ever. No. Once it goes new, and during an eclipse, you don't see it because it's always a new moon. Do you see? And I'm assuming, I haven't checked, that you don't see Mercury approaching or leaving the sun. The sun, probably just because of the brightness.
God, no. Yeah. It literally is just tiny. I mean, there's a lot of people who show it to be like some circle or something. I mean, you couldn't see that even with my P900 zooming in full blast. You can't see a circle. Maybe if you or something. I don't know.
What about the idea that the thing that's making that dark spot on the face of the sun is behind the apparent sun, blocking the projection of the sun?
Could be much the same as the moon. Yeah, could be. Absolutely could be, but there's I saw quite a few people streaming it live. If you want to watch it, it's absolutely boring and unimpressive. But
I would say that the transit of Mercury in front of the sun and the solar eclipse is equivalent to your light laser test that you did for the documentary, where it proves nothing, but everyone says it proves the globe.
Well, I mean, that's the way that they work, right? Everything proves the globe, no matter what it is. It's just,
oh my God, the bottom 4 floors of the building are missing, therefore the Earth is curved. When in fact, the top 100th floor should be below the curve.
Right. But they'll just jump to that conclusion. Or, if you can't see a mirror flash from 8 miles, then even though it's a heavily mirage day, they'll just chalk it up to globe proof. But it's not the way it works, because we know how the atmosphere works. We know that layer above the water can block things. But again, to these guys, you could show them 700 miles away or 1,500 miles away. They would never believe it. They're just not going to believe it. It's too much. It's the idea of what has been stolen from them. If think of the lie. If they were to find it, just people can't stand that. They can't stand the idea. Well, what do you mean? Because all the things that go with it. Well, what do you mean? Our education is wrong? You mean the mainstream media is wrong? That we've been being lied to by the government? That they can hold lies for this long? That it can? It's just ridiculous. I saw the other day. Have you ever heard that study that guy did? Can't remember his name, but he's some scientist who did a study of how long the moon hoax would have lasted, and he said it would have been. Oh, yeah, there's some scientist who did a study and said if the moon landings were a hoax, and this is what you find all over the internet if you look, if the moon landings were a hoax, they would have been exposed in 4 years. So that's the tagline. That's what they throw out there, which is just ridiculous. We've talked about it before. If there's lies out there that haven't been exposed, then how can you include them in your scientific data? Right, you would have no idea, so you can't go off that. But then I looked into that study just to see exactly where he was coming from, and he based that number off the fact that everybody at NASA was in on the conspiracy. So if everybody at NASA was in on the conspiracy, then it would take 4 years for that secret to be outed. Okay, so then he goes down in the numbers of how many people would have to be in on it. If 1,000 people were in on it, then it would be 10 years till the truth came out. So, okay, well, we still don't believe 1,000 people knew about it. If 100 people knew about it, then the deception could last 100 years, according to his scientific study. But again, we're people that think that less than that many people knew about it. So he basically proves the hoax right there, right?
Yeah.
I don't know if you follow my...
No, I follow it. It's...
ridiculous.
I don't know. You know what? I don't know the number of people. Was it 10 people or was it 1,000 people? It's somewhere in between there. And the problem is the people that know about it can't ever come out because they have them all under, in my opinion, under blackmail or they know something way more about this world, and it just won't work out well for them or their families. There's like no benefit for any of those people to speak out because they're living a whole different life.
And they're making sure that will continue. I mean, this whole, I'm sure you've seen this week what's going on with the ABC leaked story, right? Epstein.
I actually haven't been following it. I saw some of your posts, but I haven't had time to look into it.
Well, I mean, the whole thing is that there's a lot of things that came out in that little short conversation. Number one, the media is controlled by rich and powerful people that squash the story, that the media is controlled by the Queen, right? As soon as they found out that this person had dirt on the prince, they said, you won't be able to interview anymore, Will or Grace or whatnot. Will and Grace. What is his name?
I have no idea, but that's why they bailed supposedly.
Right. And she goes on and says she thinks Epstein was killed and not, it goes on and on. But the saddest thing is then just a few days after that whole story broke and Project Veritas released the video, somebody from CBS was fired. And they don't even have proof that this person is the person that leaked the video. The person is just someone that had access to it. So you can start to see where this person lost her job because she had access to a video that proves that ABC, squashed this story 3 years ago about Epstein. And people need to realize the importance of all that this is what happens when you leak a tape or a leak comes out, is that people get fired. Whereas the freedom of speech, and the freedom of the press is supposed to be that you never have to reveal sources, that you're supposed to be able to report on the doings of the government, to report on the, it should be for the betterment of people, and it's certainly not. The media is not for the betterment of people. It's all about their profits. What are they going to make? Oh, no, this is a guy too big. They had shit on Clinton. They had shit on the royal family. They had a bunch of high, powerful men that were named, and the story never came out. So, and it took a leaked video to even get this information to the public. So, I don't know. It's pretty crazy when you start to look at what's going on with the media. But I think it just goes to tell you it's the same thing. None of these people have any. It used to be. I mean, there's no glory in coming out as a whistleblower. Look at Thomas Ronald Barron, who whistleblowed on NASA and was killed less than a week later. Then giving that,
that was an accident. A NASA train ran him and his family over. Come on.
Yeah, accidental. Yep, exactly. So it just goes to show you that if you do try and come out against these people, if you do leak a tape these people who have jobs in CBS, in ABC, there's no glory in reporting this stuff or being a whistleblower anymore. If you whistleblow anything, you're going to be hung out to dry, fired, moved from your job. And then what are you going to do? Where are you going to get hired after that when your name's in the paper like that? Some of these people who put their entire lives into science or into studying those fields, what are they going to do if they report something and their whole entire existence is going to be erased, at least as far as financially? So pretty scary stuff. But yeah, people can check that out. There's a couple good videos on it. And of course, it's at Project Veritas, that guy does great work. I don't know where he gets the information or where he's getting these leaks, but he just tells people, hey, be brave and submit. We'll never tell your name. We'll never give up our sources. But what CBS did, and this is an ABC leaked video, but somebody at CBS got fired for it because they had access to that video. I guess they used to work for ABC or something. But that person's gone on the record now and said that they did not leak it, and they were fired anyway. So it just goes to show you that if you, and this could all be a setup too, right? You have to look at that and say, is this just to scare people from ever whistleblowing anything? Because everyone involved in this is going to be fired in some way or another. Eventually, or their name dragged through the mud. It certainly doesn't look good on anybody at all.
Right.
It doesn't even look good on the news anchor, because the news anchor is basically saying, hey, I had this story 3 years ago, and she's all pissed off now because the story came out and she didn't get to break it. She doesn't care about the fact that for 3 years, children and young girls were probably being raped left and right out at the island. Right? So
yeah.
Anyway. Let's move on from there. So, what else do we? I did see a story. Go ahead.
I was going to say, do you want to talk about the SpaceX launch today?
Oh, I watched it. It was miserable. Did you see the release of the satellites and everything? Did you watch the whole thing?
Oh, yeah. Now, did you see the part where they kept switching between two camera views, and one of them showed a beautiful globe and the other one showed a diagonal flat horizon?
Yeah, I kept seeing that.
How right there, done, end of story.
Well, no, what that tells you is it's fisheye lenses.
Okay, so where's the curve?
That's another story.
Where's the curve? And just those camera angles. And what about the right above the engine? There's all that foil that's flapping around a little bit. How does that survive going 17,000 miles per hour?
Oh, I have no clue. I think it goes faster than that.
Yeah, but how does it not flap and rip to shreds?
I have no clue.
Yeah,
they would tell you that there's no medium that they're flying through.
But it's even when it's up at that high, you can see it flapping around. You can see the wind, or something's making it move. So what about when it's accelerating through, even before it gets up to the clouds? It's going faster than a couple 100 miles an hour. You ever see what a 200 mile an hour wind does?
Oh yeah, I don't believe any of it. I don't know if you're trying to convince me or something.
No, it's just here's the problem. We're looking for all of these things that will prove that these rockets, what they're showing us is fake, where it's so in our face obvious. It just every single thing about it. But people are so brainwashed that it's real. Well, there's all the people that saw it. What about all the people down in Florida? What about, all the cameras? It's such a big bamboozle that people they just can't see through it.
No. You know,
because they don't want to feel that fooled.
Right. That's what I was saying earlier. Is that's what it brings into their mind, is that, well, if this isn't true, then what is true? Then nothing can be proven or nothing can be fact. And that's why they're so scared. My favorite camera view is the one that they take from, like, I don't know if it's 3-4 miles away, but as soon as it takes off, the camera has to shake. Like, whose job is to shake the camra? Come on, the ground is not.
Yeah, no kidding.
It's not.
And then the landing on the drone ship. Oh my God. It's so bad.
And this time they clipped to it for like 3 seconds.
Yeah.
Just up and landed. We're good. All right, we're great. That's the 4th time it's landed. It's out.
I bet you that the reason you don't see the top of the rocket is because somebody's hand is holding it as they're setting it down on that little mini barge.
Come on, it might be a crane.
I don't even think it's a crane. They can't do a crane out in the water with the wind blowing and stuff. There's no chance. You can't. If that thing landed not exactly in the center, the barge is going to flip. It's going to tip, and the whole thing's going to fall over.
Have you seen that video? I think I showed it a few times. That has somebody doing it in their backyard pool, and it just lands. I mean, yeah, it's so easy to fake. And that's the biggest problem with all this, is that it's so easy to fake. And when they lie to you about everything else, I don't know why you would think they tell you the truth about something you can't go see. You can't tell what's going on in space. You just get camera cuts, and I think it's painfully obvious. I think a lot of people are waking up to it. I just noticed in all those videos. Do you ever go look at the comments and in the chat? It's just fun with people calling it fake. So I mean, people are catching on. If you would have gone there 2 years ago, you would have been, it would have been hard to find somebody calling it fake. And now it's
I see a massive awakening of people. Now we just need to, realize that there's more of us out there, like find each other and start. I call it the Flat Earth Secret Society or whatever. It's kind of like the club, like if we all get together and support each other and get big enough, then they can't do anything to us. Like if enough pilots got together, like, hey, we know the Earth is flat, and they start spreading the words, and now 30%, 40%, 50% of pilots are in this little club, then they all organize and say, okay, let's all come out. What are they gonna do? Ground all the pilots? They can't do it.
Right. No, and I've been thinking recently too, as the more I look into this, I'm starting to think, I don't know if the truth is for everyone. I don't know if this truth is for everyone.
Definitely not.
Right. And then I started thinking, well, wait a second. Isn't that what basically Freemasons did? Is they had some truths and they said, you know what? These people are not capable of handling this truth, so we'll have a little secret society and we'll just keep all these secrets to ourselves. The difference, of course, between me and them, or Dave and them, is that we're making videos about it. You can go to our channel and obviously we're telling everybody and giving them the opportunity to find the truth themselves. Whereas Freemasons and things like that have obviously hid it, and they would only tell the people that graduate the highest levels, the 33rd degree or whatever. And so the secret remains intact, whereas we are getting it out there to everyone. Only scary thing is that causing them to correct their model? The more that we expose, are they able to correct more and more?
I think it's causing them to make more adjustments, which just make, it's like when you lie about something, then you have to lie about something else to support that lie. And then you have to lie again and again. And I think their lies are out of control right now. They're in damage control, and the whole house of cards is tumbling. We just have to get people to snap out of their fluoridated stares and just realize that we're the ones holding the power. And to say something, speak out.
Truth is a much stronger weapon than deceit. Yes. Even though we're flooded with lies, eventually the truth will come. What do they say? Only a few things can be hidden for very long: the sun, the moon, and the truth. So I totally agree with that. And we've been telling you for years, don't put your trust in man. Don't trust me, don't trust Bob, don't trust Dave. You need to go
trust Bob.
Trust Bob? All right, trust Bob. Don't trust Dave. Don't trust me. Don't trust Eru. But trust Bob and go out and do your own investigations and reach your own conclusion. All right, guys, we got a break coming up. We'll be right back with more Jeranism Monday Night Raw.
From the dawn of man, we have turned to nature to help attain balance within ourselves. But somewhere, we lost our way. Western culture is once again remembering the healing benefits of CBD, the non-psychoactive component of the hemp plant. That's why more and more people who use CBD report relief from inflammation and chronic pain, balanced blood sugar and cardiovascular system, relief from muscle tensions, tremors, migraines, headaches, anxiety, depression, and the list goes on. The big question is, where do you get it? IALife is a 99% pure CBD oil made with all organic ingredients, and it's available to TFR listeners worldwide. If you use coupon code TFR at checkout, you'll get $5 towards your order. Head on over to ialife.com now. That's AYA life.com.
This is iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio.
iHeartRadio makes you want to move.
When you have a great melody, a song can last
Forever. Instantly connected.
I love it when the beat goes.
Did you know you can listen to Truth Frequency Radio on iHeartRadio? Just download the app to your smart car, smartphone, or smart TV and get the best of TFR wherever you are.
iHeartRadio.
I'll see you there.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7 with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
Dowsing is the ancient science of finding water and metal underground. Albert Einstein said that dowsing was tapping into earth energies which modern science as yet does not understand. Diamonds, silver, gold, and platinum objects have all been found using dowsing. And now, for the first time on film, we visit the pyramids, Stonehenge, and ancient sites, dowsing for buried treasure and tapping into this mysterious earth energy.
The Enigma Channel. Intelligent television for planet Earth. EnigmaTV.com.
No hype, no fear. We are TFR. Frequency Radio.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to Jeranism Monday Night Raw. Thank you guys for joining us, and thank you very much for the super chat. Eric De Leon, $10 says, support what you believe in and love, support what you believe in and love, or it will go away. Would love to give you $1,000, but that's okay. Thank you very much for the anniversary gift. If anybody else wants to send an anniversary gift, hey, you can do so through super chats. You can use Venmo at Jeranism, or become a patron, patreon.com/Jeranism, or you can just tell me to get the hell out of here. Either way works for me. But thank you guys for joining, and thank you for liking and sharing the show and subscribing and all that fun stuff.
Venmo is more fun because sometimes you don't see the super chats for a while, but the Venmo pops right up on your screen and you can't miss it.
Can't ignore the alert. So, yeah, that was great. Thank you very much for Friday's show.
That was crazy.
My best show ever. So that was a great big shout out to JQ. Can't wait to meet you in Dallas. We're just right around the corner and can't wait to meet everyone. Again, if you want to call in, if you're going or you have questions, 213-233-3998. We will be taking calls at the end of this half hour. But yeah, everything's good. I did see a report today that Kyrie Irving, they're saying he possibly has mental health issues because of his flat earth belief. I'm just like, man, when will it end?
I think it was the Potter's Clay put out a video today just showing how desperate they are. Was it Bill Nye or it was one of the guys saying that you should never look at flat earth because it's ridiculous. Like, don't look. I'll look it up while the show's going on, but it was pretty good.
Yeah, no, pretty good stuff. But good.
Good. No, it's all right. It's hard because there's a little delay and we talk over each other, but
it's all right.
At least that's what I hear. Hey,
at least we can hear each other. At least people can hear us, right? It's better than some of our shows. Yeah. It's just, they're getting desperate. I don't know what else to say about it. But is there any last minute instructions for the conference?
Just the same thing I've been saying the whole time. If you're getting there Wednesday, everybody congregates kind of in the lobby. You know, we find each other because we're flat earthers. We have gravity and we attract each other. We're gonna go to a unnamed location wherever the people are, and it's gonna be. I hear it's a very short walk from the hotel, like across the street, kind of. And we're just gonna do activism. So if you have flyers, bring flyers. If you have some signs, banners, bring those. You know, just stuff. And we're gonna try to get people to engage with us rather than attacking them. Like, hey, have you heard about Flat Earth conference going on right here? Would you like a brochure? Would you like a card? You know, whatever you got, whatever tricks you have.
You have to bring.
It's gonna be a lot of fun.
You have to bring me some app cards because I ran out in Amsterdam.
I have. I think I have about 8 boxes of cards. So come if people want some cards to hand out.
Dave is going to be coming with like duffel bags and just all kinds.
No, it's probably. I think I have. I don't know, maybe 2,000 cards. Maybe
that should be plenty. Another super chat from On the Up, Josh Brown's Spiral Life. Yeah, everybody check out that book, The Spiral Life.
Oh, you know what? I got my copy, and Paige is reading it for me right now. So she's going through it. Did you get a copy?
I did. Yeah, I think Paige will love that book.
Well, she's reading it.
Yeah, she will love it. But Josh Brown, and we're going to be doing a show on my channel, but I think I decided to wait until after the conference. Just things were getting filled up, but I would love to have him on. So thank you very much, Josh, for that. I can't say thank you enough for all the super chats.
Hey, but that's another thing. Another thing. Don't forget what you're saying. There's so many people coming out with books. You know, Edward Hendry started out early, and The Spiral Life, and all of these books. People should be buying these books, even if you're not ready to read them. We need to buy them because all of this YouTube stuff is going away. All of the stuff that we have online, that's going away. You know, and books are a way to preserve this information. My bookcase is growing and growing. If a normal person go, oh, look at that bookcase. Let me see what books you have there. I think they'd actually have a heart attack and die. I don't think they could read one section of my bookcase.
Do you have a book yet from the Morgile?
No. Did he make it?
No.
Oh, that's so sad, man. That guy had such a good book in him. I don't know why he didn't write it.
I think he says he keeps losing it or something. But Morgile,
the dog ate his hard drive.
Yeah, already you got Dave and me, purchasing it. So that's 2 purchases.
I said I'll buy 2 cases of it.
Oh, 2 cases of the book?
2 cases.
All right,
2 full cases.
That's 25 copies already sold.
That's 40. Yeah, it's 48. 24 in a case.
Oh, 24 in a case? All right, that's 48 plus minus 49.
That my Christmas shopping would be done. Everybody gets the book.
All right, well then I don't even need to buy one. It's down to 48.
No, you don't get one.
Oh, okay. Rude.
You get a card though.
Well, thank you very much. I appreciate
that. Oh, my Christmas card this year, better than last year's.
I told you I never got your card last year. You told me you sent it to me, but it never came, so I don't believe you. I'm calling bullshit. Same thing. It's the same thing I call on the moon. I'm calling bullshit. So let's see here. So that's the only thing we have going on in for Wednesday. And we're going to be walking to the mall. Is that what's going to be happening?
I believe it's a mall or just a big shopping area across the street. So we're going to go over there. Somebody that's there with a car, like a hatchback. I want to put a helium tank in the car and bring balloons over, and we could have some people making balloons. And if there's kids, we could attract the kids, give them balloons.
All right.
We could take the balloons and tie a card or a brochure. So if somebody has a single hole punch, if they could bring that, because we could tie brochures and cards to the balloons and tie them on cars, hand them to people, tie them on shopping carts, whatever. We could just start. Yeah, we could just think of creative ways to completely ruin people's lives temporarily.
Yeah,
honey, I went to the mall to get a shirt, and now I'm a flat earther.
I'm hoping somebody has a car or something, because I'll want to go to like a dollar store and get a bunch of poster boards and cheap black markers. And
well, if somebody is driving there, Caroline, I know you're listening, and she's on a long drive. Stop at a dollar store and pick up a couple dozen big poster boards and some markers, and let people make signs. Somebody, so we all don't go and buy one poster board. Somebody bring a stack of poster boards and markers. All right.
Yeah, give Caroline too much to do, because she's bringing the distilled water.
I know. I'm so excited.
There's going to be a line out the hotel room. People trying to get up on
that distiller. She better just keep cranking that thing going.
After another
5-6 loads a day. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I need. I need some distilled water. I won't be able to bring it with me, and I'm not bringing. I always drink a lemon water every morning, and I can't bring my lemons with me because I tried to do that to Amsterdam, and they searched my entire luggage because I had lemons in there.
Yeah, that's because it's an international flight. You're flying inside the United States. You can bring lemons.
They won't empty out my bags and go through my pants and my chonies.
I can't guarantee that. As long as check it. Don't carry it on.
Okay. Well, yeah. I don't think I check any luggage. But anyway, that's just me. Anyway, so yeah, that sounds like it for the conference. And again, I can't wait to see everybody. It's going to be fun. Have you heard from Owen? Is he getting excited?
Yeah, he's excited. He was talking about it. He did a great live stream today. Literally, the first 20 minutes almost made me cry. That guy friggin' gets it. He gets it. The guy just gets it.
About the homestead and stuff today?
Yeah, the homestead. It was just so good. And the just go to everyone. Go to Owen's stream today. Listen to the first 20 minutes. And if you don't resonate with that, you should. But this guy gets it. You know what? I get it. I just can't put it into words like he does.
I know, he's so good. It makes me realize how bad I am. When you listen to him, you're like, man,
we all have different talents. Owen can't make a video like you do, right? He's great at ranting. The guy really has helped so many people. I see how many people, I get messages from the Bears saying, hey, Flat Earth, thought it was stupid, saw you on Owen, been looking into it, been doing it for 2 months. Oh my God, they're coming to the conference. Any Bear that's coming to the conference, come find me, okay? Come find me and say hello.
Definitely. And for anybody who has a hard time finding Owen's videos, because sometimes after he goes live, he'll put it on unlisted. The way to do that, the best way that I have is, just have his Twitter open, which I don't think he runs, but someone else runs it, and it's called Owen Benjamin Comedy. And if you find that Twitter and you just go to any day, and then you can find that, an hour or two before he goes live, he'll drop the link there, and then you're able just to click that link. So if you go to his channel sometimes and hit uploads or videos, you won't see a video from, like today. If you try and find that stream from today, I don't think it'll be there. But if you go to Owen Benjamin Comedy on Twitter and then go down a few posts, you'll see him say, hey, we're going live in an hour, and you can click on that link and then see the show. So just a little hint for you if you're having trouble finding that stuff. But yeah, it'll be awesome to see him. I can't wait to see his special or his comedy. It's going to be hilarious.
There's so much content. The amount of content just on Flat Earth and NASA, forget it. It's going to be ridiculous.
No, it'll be great stuff. So what else did we have to talk about, Dave, before we get to phone calls? I know you sent me some list of junk. What was that?
Yeah,
list?
you know what's funny is I had a few minutes to kill, and there was a listing. The AE map is the psyop, and here's 20 reasons. And I read reason number 1. I'm like, okay, I can debunk all 20 after reading reason number 1. And I actually did a long response, and all 20 are just utter ridiculous, not understanding. Just thinking that there's only one answer because the answer you've been indoctrinated to believe. So if you want, we can go through that for a little bit before we take call.
Who made it?
Whatever you think we're doing. I don't know who made it. Somebody posted it. You know what's funny is somebody will read a meme like that and like, oh wow, I guess that's true. I'm gonna post it without ever looking into it, without ever saying, hey, can somebody help me with answers to these? And take the time, because you know what? You can believe a meme, and how long does it take you to believe a meme?
1.5 seconds.
1.5 seconds. But a 20-question meme, how long does it take you to verify each of those questions?
Take a long time.
It could take you 20 days, depending on what it is. But we've been doing this for 5 years. All the answers were right there, and it's.
What I don't get is people who have such a problem with the AE map. If they are flat earthers, what is their belief? That there's the Pac-Man sun?
Well, I don't know. That the AE map is wrong. You know what? The AE map might be a little off. I don't know how big Australia is. I've been there. I just haven't measured it. And there's evidence that map has been around before the globe. Isn't that right?
Yeah, it certainly seems like. I mean, if you
so the globe is the AE map wrapped around it.
Well, that's what I don't know if people understand. That you can. I mean, think about the map when you're looking. Think of NASA in their control room, and up on the board they have like the Mercator map, right?
Yeah.
And they show the little orbits on the Mercator map. Well, I don't think people ever grasp the idea that you can actually have a map and change it to anything you want, and it will still all work. Right. So, I mean, it's just we think that, they took the AE map and created the globe. But really, it could be any layout, and you could create a globe from it.
Hey, so
especially if you have a center.
Let's talk about. I got one of the objections to the map, and let me hear your answer, what you think, and then I'll tell you my answer. So they say on the AE map, the sun has to speed up and slow down as it moves in between the tropics, and that's impossible. Go ahead.
Okay, so I would take the minute hand of a clock, right? And you would say, okay, well, does the end of the minute hand of the clock move faster than the inside of the minute hand of the clock?
The answer is yes, it does.
Right. Okay.
So the part of the answer is they're thinking that the sun is this massive physical ball with inertia. I don't believe that the sun that we see has any inertia or mass. I think it's just focused energy being focused into our realm. So I just tell people, I say, get a flashlight, stand up, point that flashlight about 4 feet out from your feet on the floor, and turn around where you're rotating once per minute, okay? And now point it 8 feet out and turn around at the same rotational rate. Hold 2 flashlights, one pointing at 4 feet, one pointing at 8 feet, and turn around at the same speed. So the flashlight is the source of the sun, and it's just being focused at a different point. So nothing is speeding up or slowing down.
No, when you think about the personal atmospheric dome, I don't think you could really tell the difference of the speed, because you're going to still see it rise in your dome and you're going to still see it set. Because it's not the actual sun that you're seeing. That's why we can't triangulate the sun with 3 people, because everybody's looking somewhere different. It's the same thing as if you take a little half-dome magnifying glass, or the little domes that people have talked about, and you look at a reflection of a light inside that. 2 or 3 different observation points are going to give you 2 or 3 different locations inside that atmosphere, which is exactly what we get.
Yeah, and if you take one of those domes and you move a light across it, you see a light in it rise and set, but you also see a light go in the opposite direction. Okay, so the optics of the sky, until we can get up there and see what the heck is going on, There's so many different things that could be happening. The water glass in front of the arrow, you fill it up with water, and the arrow changes directions.
Of course.
Yeah. So the optics in the sky, viewed from the Earth, prove absolutely nothing.
No, I don't think they prove anything at all. Yeah. Thank you, everybody who's getting in line on the call board. So we do appreciate that. 213-233-3998. And as always, we'll be going off of YouTube Jeranism RAW here at the end of this half hour, or the end of, in the next 10 minutes. And then people will be able to find it. I don't know if there's Karen B out there or possibly Ginger Sugarbush. Somebody might be carrying hour 2. And if not, just go to tfrlive.com and click listen live. It's that easy. Pretty simple. Right, Dave?
tfrlive.com.
There you go. Now, what else? What are their other objections?
I don't have the list in front of me. You have the list?
Sure, I can bring it up. I didn't look at it. I didn't do any prep. Where is it?
Yeah, well, you know what? I didn't do any prep when I started responding to it. It's just that dumb.
And I don't know what this letter you sent me from the United States Post Office is either. Just scroll by that.
Just wanted you to read it because I didn't have time to read it.
Thank you very much. It's a good reason to send me text.
I got it. I got it up. You pick one. You pick one of the 20.
Okay, let's go. Number 19. Sun does not circle. Oh, what? Were you supposed to go in order?
No, it doesn't matter.
Oh, it says the sun does not circle. It would remain level at the North Pole. What?
I agree with that. So they would say the pictures that we have where the sun is circling around, it goes up and down. That's because you're not at the North Pole. If you were at the exact North Pole, you would see the sun level. But nobody's been there and nobody's filmed it there. So I agree with that statement. It just hasn't been.
But you would see the sun only at the horizon line from exactly the North Pole.
You would see it whatever level it is off the horizon. It would basically stay there for a full rotation if you were exactly at the polar center. So they're just saying something that it would do, and yeah, they're right. It would do that if we lived on a ball, but we don't, and no one's been there, and it hasn't been done. And by the way, that's the same thing on a flat Earth too. It would work the same at the North Pole. You would see the sun do the same thing. I like number 9. Antarctica's treaty does not prevent exploration.
Oh boy.
Just the whole premise is wrong. Watch Taboo Conspiracies. Antarctica is closed, and you'll know that it doesn't matter if you had $2 million. You can't explore Antarctica.
Yeah, I would dare somebody to go do it. If it's that easy, if you don't think
you can't even dare them. It's like it can't be done.
Oh boy. This one here says at least 15 Antarctic webcams show 24-hour daylight. Well,
yeah, I just gave them your video showing it doesn't.
Right, and that they cut out different parts of that each time, and the fact that it's not a 24-hour sun, it's 24-hour daylight, much different, especially if you realize how the coffee stick works.
If you look at the
home works.
Yeah. If you look at the one thing they say is if on the flat Earth, if you're south, if you're south of in Antarctica, you would see the sun go retrograde, right? Because it's going off away from you, and then when it comes around, you'd see it. It would look like it's going retrograde, and the reason that you don't see it go retrograde is because it's too far away. It's below your ability to see and its ability to throw its light to you.
I would disagree with that. I think that it does show retrograde. I've shown it before. If you take a time lapse of the sun from the south and you keep it going after the sun sets, you'll see it circle back to the right.
You actually see the sun or the light?
You can see the light. The light circles back to the right, though. You'll see it set right to left, and then if you keep watching it, that light should keep going to the left. It should disappear quickly, but if you keep that time lapse going or keep the video going, you can actually see that light come back to the right. So I kind of disagree with that one.
Well, the light in the sky, you're not seeing the actual sun, though.
No, it's too far.
Okay, so yeah, it does retrograde, but you can't see it. You can see the light, though.
So number 13 is the dumbest thing I've heard this week. Impossible to navigate by Polaris?
Is it? I don't I think that's because they say you can't see it in the south. Well, yeah, you can't see it in the south because it's low and you lose sight of it around the equator.
Yeah, it says number 12. Cannot see Polaris much south of the equator. Well, no shit. Who's claiming that the AE map proves that you can? I don't think anybody's saying that.
People look at the AE map and think whatever is above it can be seen from everywhere. You know, I challenge you in a Vegas hallway in one of those long hotels, if you can see the light at the end of the hallway, it merges with the floor. That's in one hotel.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. No proof of 65,000-mile ice wall dome edge. No one's ever claimed that. I don't know what they're talking about. There's no proof of a 65,000-mile shore. I don't know. You look at Captain Cook and other people who have sailed around it, and they certainly go about 60,000 miles. And I don't know where they're getting that 65,000 miles anyway. But southern continent's completely out of proportion. That's the one you already mentioned. Flight times in the north, same as those in the south. What?
Yeah, wrong. No, they're not.
Okay.
Hey, I got a question for you. You know the plane routes from like Santiago to Auckland to go all the way up to the north and down? What are the shipping routes from Santiago to Auckland? Do they follow the coast all the way up and around? Which is basically a straight line?
No, they're not in the south.
They don't go through the Southern Ocean. They go up into the north.
Right, same thing.
Okay. Yeah, straight line on a flat Earth map.
Right. Yeah, no, you don't see much shipping lanes out in the south, and you don't see any cruises going from New Zealand to South America. They just don't exist.
Right.
I look for them. We got a super chat from Todd P. He says, hope to meet you guys in Dallas, so for sure we'll see you there. He says, please tell my wife I'm not crazy. All right.
Bring her to the conference.
Wifey P, he's not crazy. He says, looking for fellow Floridians. That's how you say that, Floridians? Floridians. All right.
That's Flat Earth Vegans are from Florida. Make sure you find them.
They'll be there. They will be. And we got lots of calls coming in, so that's good. If you want to get in line, 213-233-3998. We'll be doing that here shortly. And let's see what else is on this list.
Family reunion, but you actually want to see these people?
Yeah, no, totally. It's going to be great to see Shane and Andrea again. Jason Lindgren, first time I'm going to meet him. Trying to think of who else is going to be the first.
Yeah, thank you everybody for the super chats. I really do.
I'll have to think about that. I'll have to look. Be Davism, we'd all be able to find it quite easily. But actually, DITRH is probably a better idea. So anyway, we got the break coming up. I'm going to be going offline from the Jeranism Jeranism RAW YouTube channel. We'll be over at TFRlive.com and also at Karen B's channel. Karen, be careful, and I am sorry if for whatever reason you ever get in trouble for one of our shows. But you just never know with calls. You never know what Dave and I will start talking about in hour number 2. So come and join us. And that'll be it, guys. We'll see you on the other side, either TFR or Karen's channel. Don't go anywhere.
Hi, my name is Ella, and I'm 10 years old. I'm one of the millions of children born to parents suffering from the sheeple virus. Symptoms include the inability to think for oneself, the attention span of a goldfish, and a strong belief in government and the mainstream media. It is estimated that 1 out of every 2 children are being raised by parents infected with the sheeple virus. But there is a cure. For as little as 19 cents per day, you can become a TFR supporter and help children like me get their daily dose of truth. Together, we will make sure every child has protection from deception.
Impeachment probe, Trump taxes. I'm Ann Cates. Acting White House Chief of Staff Mick Mulvaney has withdrawn his request to be added to a lawsuit filed by former Trump administration advisor Charles Kupperman, who wants the court to decide whether he has to comply with subpoenas from House Democrats. Correspondent Caitlin Collins.
Charlie Kupperman said he didn't want Mulvaney essentially to be on that lawsuit. He didn't think they had the same reasons, given that he was a national security official who's no longer in the administration, and Mick Mulvaney isn't a national security official who still works in the White House. We're learning that Mick Mulvaney plans to file his own lawsuit asking the court courts to decide whether or not he has to respond to that subpoena on Capitol Hill.
A ruling today has dismissed President Trump's lawsuit against New York officials that was aimed at preventing the release of his tax returns. Correspondent Bob Costantini.
The president sued his own accountants to prevent them from disclosing the information, but a federal judge in Washington has ruled he does not have jurisdiction over New York State's Attorney General and Tax Commissioner to keep them as defendants in a suit to prevent them from supplying local tax information to the House Ways and Means Committee. Mr. Trump is using all sorts of legal claims and lawsuits to thwart disclosure of his personal and business taxes.
New York City has observed Veterans Day 2019.
A 21-gun salute echoed off the walls of the buildings surrounding Madison Square Park, where President Trump became the first sitting president. Veterans Day parade opening ceremony on its 100th anniversary.
Today we come together as one nation to salute the veterans of the United States Armed Forces.
Traditionally, presidents have turned down the invitation and instead opted for a wreath-laying ceremony at the Tomb of the Unknown Soldier in Arlington Cemetery. While parade organizers urged people to leave politics at home, President Trump's appearance attracted veterans who protested his participation and a small group of supporters. Steve Kastenbaum, New York.
On Wall Street, the Dow closed up 10 points. I'm Ann Cates.
You are now tuned into the Truth Frequency.
We are TFR. TFR.
Truth Frequency Radio.
On the weekday, don't be surprised, don't be surprised. Walk like us, they even talk like us. Walk like us, but they are not like us. On the weekday, you can see the signs, you can see the signs. They wear the disguise. Look into the mind's eye. There's nowhere to hide. No stick-covered lines. Whispers from afar.
All right, welcome back. You're listening to Jeranism RAW. Sorry about that. I had to take myself off of mute. We're ready to start taking your calls. I didn't understand this post, Dave, that you said proves nothing about in June every year, the winds at both poles rotate clockwise west at 10 HPA. In December every year, the winds at both poles rotate counterclockwise west at 10 HPA.
What? I mean, they're not going, the winds on the globe Earth outrun the spin of the Earth. So... Right. That doesn't, I mean, that's crazy. So if the winds at certain times of the year spin in the same direction, what does that prove? The work's on both models.
Isn't it crazy, though, to think that there is no winds above those winds? So, if you're talking about, the jet streams that we say are blowing at 250 miles per hour, especially in the south, that right above those, once you get to, say, 70,000 feet or so, that there is no more wind. It's not even as much wind as there is at the surface. That's crazy.
None of it makes any sense. During the break, I was just watching the SpaceX launch again. You know how from the time it ignites to the 10 seconds, there's 3 or 4 different cuts to different camera views. They just keep switching. Just watch. The clouds change. It's blue sky, it's gray sky, it's cloudy sky. It's not even the same sky. I don't know how a thinking person can watch this and believe it.
I'm looking. It was from Life is Short, I guess, is the one who found this, and he says, what's interesting on the nullschool.net, and maybe I'm just not seeing an obvious explanation, is that at the summer solstice, the low-pressure winds, 10 HPA, rotate at both poles counterclockwise, while at the winter solstice, the winds rotate at both poles clockwise. This occurs every single year, not an anomaly. Thoughts? I think these low-pressure winds should show us the underlying flow much better than at lower altitudes where it gets jumbled up. Yeah, that's true. I mean, if you're talking about the highest winds that we can get to, and I think with the Earth.Null School map, the highest you can get to is 10 HPA, but I'm pretty sure 10 HPA is very, very high up, very low pressure. So, I don't know. I'll have to look into that. That is crazy.
What do you think drives those winds? What do you think is making a wind go 200 to 300 miles per hour, like we see? Is it
in temperature?
I think it's has to do with the toroidal spinning of the magnetic field. Is that possible?
Absolutely.
Yeah, because that makes a lot of sense. And as it's pulsing in and out, maybe that that pulse goes along with the season, and there's got to be a point where they're both spinning in the same direction, the center part and the outer part. Don't know.
No, I just think as air gets heated up, so let's say the sun is going around and heating up air, then you have to replace it. Wind gushes in. It's just the whole idea of more dense and less dense, and I think that's just the method that it happens. That is you're getting things warmer and they become less dense, then you have to have those things replaced. What just happened to my page?
Hey, one more thing. Are you getting notifications anymore for any of your subs? Like, no matter what, if I unsub, resub, I get 0 email notifications when a new video is uploaded.
Yeah, for some of them I do, but it's very hit and miss. Because I know, I'll get a notification that Lift the Veil's gone live, and then I'll be like, oh, Lift the Veil, I haven't seen him in a few days, and then I'll go there and he'll have loaded a video or done a live stream 3 or 4 days in a row before that. I'm like, well, why did I not get any notifications for that? So no, they don't always work. Certainly not.
Right.
Certainly.
Oh,
not.
It's Chris Hatfield by the Potter's Clay this morning. Great video. Just him saying, don't look at flat Earth.
Oh, Hatfield, the Canadian. Well, we'll blame Shane and Andrea on him. Let's go to the phones. Unless you got something else, Dave. I'm trying to think if I have anything else. My list here. Nope, I don't think so. Dallas, no. All right, let's go to the 530 area code. You're on with Jeranism RAW. Who's this?
Hey guys, William here. How's it going?
What's up?
And
in California.
Dave, it's already too late. I looked into FE. So I have a theory on how we may be able to tell by you guys said Mars transited the sun today?
No, not Mars.
Is that
Mercury?
Oh, Mercury. Sorry, Mercury. Okay. Well, I have a theory, and hopefully I can paint a good enough word picture that maybe one of you will understand. So, Jeran, did I also hear you correctly at the beginning of the show that it was halfway done when the sun rose in California today?
Correct. Yeah. Well, I mean, I didn't get up at sunrise. I got
okay.
Up
well, here's my theory. So, well, I looked up. You said it was about a 5-hour transit. So I looked up that the sun rose up at about 6:50, and so, Dave, was Mars already halfway across the sun at 9:50 for you, which would correspond to the time zone change? Do you know or not?
You mean Mercury?
Well, what? Mercury.
Or Mercury. Sorry.
I did not look today. I don't know what it was.
Well, my theory is that if the transit time, if it happened in the same moment of time versus East Coast and West Coast, I would put forth this is just what I'm thinking. If they happen at the same amount of time, in other words, if someone was on the East Coast, someone was on the West Coast, and it happened at the same time, to me that would lend to the globe model because the parallax wouldn't be seen that 3,000 miles apart versus the 93 million miles away of the sun. But if like the sea tides and the moon and all that, if it happened in a different moment of time, regardless of time zones, then that means the parallax was seen from coast to coast, meaning that the sun being 93 million miles away must be a lie. And so I don't know if I explained that right, but if we could find out that might give us a clue. I'm not saying it's perfect. I just thought of that since listening to this show, so hopefully you guys understood that.
Yeah, I understood. I can check real quick. I'm looking right now, and it looks like when Mercury exited the sun, for me, it was at 10:03 a.m. Pacific time. So now you're saying go to New York and see what time it exited the sun for him?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Uh-huh. And so if it matches the time zone change, then that would support the globe. Not saying definitively, but if it doesn't, then I say it blows that globe model apart, in theory.
Trying to figure out how I change the location. Go ahead.
Because the parallax would have happened visible from the ground 3,000 miles apart instead of because if the sun's really 93 million miles away, the parallax shouldn't be seen because of how far the sun away is. Does that make sense? Just like the stars, just like we don't see no stars changing over years, days, centuries, decades, right?
Yeah,
well, that's what they tell us, but that's what they tell us about the stars.
Exactly.
It makes absolutely no sense. It just I don't know. I'm speechless when it comes to this.
Okay, so two more quick things. I know you guys are like expedients. So do either one of you know who Stephen John Miller is, who has been guest on, I guess, Coast to Coast in the past?
It doesn't sound familiar to me.
Well, supposedly he met you, and I had lunch with him today in my hometown, and we talked about FE in the restaurant, and he knew about you, he knew about Crow 777, and it happened again, but this time in my hometown. So it is getting crazy. So with that being said, guys, are either one of you maybe a little more nervous this year since the movement is so close to critical mass, if I were to quote Mark Sargent?
Not nervous of anything.
Yeah. Well, I meant this year, not nervous, but this year it might be possible that the speakers wind up on national nightly news, local news, or who knows, maybe even 2020 down the road. I don't know. There's going to probably be a lot of cameras and photos. Yeah. Oh, really?
Yeah, I think that's happening. That's going to happen. Jeran or I are going to be on the Kimmel show. I didn't want to spill the beans. But we're going to be on Jimmy Kimmel for a full hour.
Oh, I
didn't even think about late night
show.
I made that up, by the way. Don't start any rumors.
Please.
No, man.
Yeah.
Well, who knows? Maybe I don't know. Maybe Colbert. All right, guys. Well, that's all I have. I'm going to let you get the other calls. So I don't watch those clowns. I don't watch any of the clowns anymore. So
I just want to make a point. Thanks for the call. It's not about the clown. It's about their audience. Okay? I'd go on Howard Stern because it's not about Howard Stern. It's about his 16 million listeners. Okay? So I went on Alex Jones. It's not about him. It's about being on 220 different stations. Okay? So that's what you have to think about. Forget the messenger. It's who's the message reaching. Okay? That's what I have to say about that.
I agree with, I don't know. It's a little back and forth for me. I kind of agree with what Owen says, where I'm trying to stay under the radar. I don't know if I want.
No, it's time not to be under the radar anymore. It's time. This is it. If everyone said, let's stay under the radar, we're going to stay under the radar forever. Everyone needs to step out into the street and start screaming rationally.
Rationally screaming. All right.
Rationally. You know what? Stop being afraid. Get out there. There's so many things that you can do, and you can do it quietly. You can do it anonymously. You can do whatever you want. But Jeran, you're not quiet. You're out there. You're putting all this stuff out there. NASA is looking at you. Deal with it. Get out in the open. Make sure everyone knows who you are. Okay, everybody.
I hope
I'm going to do it. I'm going to make everyone know who you are.
I know you do a good job of that anyway. So thank you, by the way. Let's go to the 317. You're on with Jeranism RAW. Who's this? Oh, and real quick before we hold on 1 second, caller. Just to let that guy know, I can't figure out, at least right now while I'm on the show, how to change my location to check what you were talking about to see. But I will check that and let everybody know. But I can't change my location for some reason. I can just keep getting the screenshot of what would happen from my location and can't figure out while I'm on the show how to change it. So anyway. Let's go to the caller. Sorry about that, caller. Who's this?
No problem. My name's Cody. I'm from Indiana. I really enjoy your guys' show.
Hey, thanks.
Jeran, you've changed my life so much. You opened my eyes to a bunch of things.
Thank
you. I was wondering if you had a chance to listen to Mark's new book.
I still haven't yet. Nope. Is it?
What did you think of it?
Okay.
I mean, it's great though.
Mark sent me the bootleg copy, and it was awesome. I had to listen to it twice.
That's what everybody.
No. I was like, all right, Mark Sargent, I've heard his stuff before. I'm going to listen to it because I've run out of stuff to listen to. And after I got 10 minutes in, I couldn't turn it off. I plowed through the whole thing in a day, and it was fantastic. I actually listened to it a second time. It was awesome. It was awesome.
How long is the entire book, Dave?
It's 13 chapters. Some of them are 10 minutes. Some of them are 20 minutes. It's not that long. It literally, you want it to be longer. I listened to it at regular speed, too. I didn't listen to it at fast speed. So it's a few hours.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know how long it is because it was awesome.
And from what I know, I just played with the little thing real quick here, and it looks like there is a difference of a few minutes. I can't really tell exactly, but it looks like maybe the difference of 3 minutes.
It's big or little.
10:03 Pacific, and it was 1 p.m. Eastern, from what I can tell. But it's hard to get your little dot on the right thing. So, anyway, I'll look into that more. But yeah, go ahead. So I will definitely be checking out Mark's book. I just haven't listened to it yet. But it's in my possession.
Listen, before the show, on the airplane, whatever. Are you driving or no? You're taking an airplane. Listen to the first chapter. That's all I say. Before the conference, listen to the first chapter. All right.
Okay. I promise to do that. You have my word.
Okay.
All right. All right. Caller, anything else before we let you go?
Yeah, one more thing. I think. How come Dave doesn't have a show on TFR?
He does.
This is it right here. If you listen to the advertisement.
How about Dave has a show on TFR and Jeran is his guest every week, and you go on Tuesday.
It's a
double
great
content.
I don't know. We might be talking too much as it is.
Yeah, this is more than I can handle right now. Right?
Yeah.
I understand. You guys are super busy. I appreciate everything you guys do.
I appreciate it. Take it easy. Yeah, I just have so many shows going on. I don't know what I said on what show anymore. It's like, oh, it's Raw. What did we talk about? Globebusters. What did we talk about last week? It's hard to keep track.
I think I have what I've designated as my job, which is, I'm not the only one that does it, but I talk to new audiences. I think it's the easiest job in Flat Earth because I get the basic questions. It's Flat Earth 101 again and again and again. So
you just keep
it's pretty easy.
There you go. All right, let's go to the next caller in the 831. That's close to me. You're on with Jeranism RAW. Who's this?
Oh, hey, Jeran. Hey, Dave. It's Ryan. Rhino.
Hey, what's up? How are you?
Pretty good. How you doing, man? Out here in Monterey.
Yeah.
I had a question. I'm going to the conference this year, of course, and I bought a ticket for my wife and I.
Very cool.
My wife can't go, so I have an extra ticket, and I don't know what to do with it. They're both in my name, but
you can get a new wife.
Don't do that. Don't listen to Dave.
No, you can assign it to somebody else easily.
Okay.
Yeah, so I don't know if there's anybody out there who would in the Dallas area that wants to go and doesn't have a ticket. I don't know. What do you want to do, Ryan? Should we have them call in if they want that ticket? I don't know.
Yeah, I have an extra ticket. It's in my name, so I don't know how that's going to pan out when we get to the desk. But it's definitely a different scan code and all that stuff. I have two tickets. I just left my same name on both tickets on accident. But
yeah, if you
I have an extra ticket, and I.
Okay, yeah, because if you went to check with Joe Blow, then they would just give you two tickets, you and Joe. But okay. I don't know if there's anybody out there who can get to the event who just couldn't afford a ticket. That'd be awesome. Dave, you haven't heard anybody who said they would love to go but just can't afford it or anything like that?
There's actually somebody was on Facebook talking about trying to get some people together in Dallas to to get tickets together because maybe there's a little discount or something. I'm not sure what it was, but just come, and there will be people. There'll be somebody to give it to.
And Ryan,
I have an extra ticket. I just wanted to throw that out there.
Okay.
So.
And Ryan, I have your cell phone number, right?
Yeah, you do.
So I'll text you if anybody contacts me in any way, and let you know that maybe somebody wants it. So if you don't hear from me, if you don't get a text from me, that means that the ticket is yours to give away to if somebody contacts you or something.
Okay, yeah, I've tried locally, and so I'm just putting it out there.
Okay. Do you want to give your email address in case?
Yeah, I think you have my email address too. It's
Beer and Bratwurst.
Yeah, exact. That's it. Yep.
Yep, I remember because I kept trying to email Beam Bratwurst over and over and over again. I was like, dude, your email doesn't work. You're like, no, it's beer. So, and is it that's at Gmail, right? Or
it's at AOL.
Oh, you're like me.
School.
Forgot you and I have the old school still. So it's
AOL.
Yeah, that's my main email address is that. It's BEER, then the letter N, Bratwurst at AOL.com if you want to contact Ryan about picking up that ticket, or contact me, call in the show, and I'll get in contact with you. It'll be great, Ryan. Awesome that you're coming, and awesome that you've offered that up. I think somebody might be very happy with that.
Cool.
Maybe Alex Jones. I don't know.
Hey, I have another challenge.
Go ahead.
Good, that's the question.
Dave, don't forget your challenge.
I wondered what do you thought about Alex Jones and Owen Benjamin meeting up together?
That would be interesting. I don't think Alex is coming, but I could be wrong about that. Some people from his production team might be coming, but I don't think Alex. Is that correct, Dave?
There's at least two people from InfoWars that are definitely coming. Greg Reese and the producer Daria, if I'm saying that right. And there are two other tickets, one of them with Alex's name on it. And he right now is not coming, but he has been known to make a last minute, wait, I'm coming. So we will know when we know.
All right.
And my challenge is everyone that's flying on an airplane, you're going to be sitting next to a stranger for several hours, most of you. You must convert at least one person on that plane, or you're not doing your job. Tell them you're going to the conference and start telling them about it and suck them in. Hone your skills.
I've got some awesome postcards that are going to go in the back of the seats on the airplane. So
that's great. If you get early boarding as you go in, just load them up.
Oh, I'm going to load them up. Yep, for sure.
Yeah.
Right. When are you getting in? Wednesday?
Yeah, I'm getting in on the 13th. Yeah, so I'll be there for early registration. I want to go hit the mall.
Flying out of San Francisco?
San Jose.
Oh, San Jose. Okay. I'm flying out of San Francisco. Just wondering if we happen to be on the same plane, but guess not. All right.
Yeah, I have a layover in Denver.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm flying direct, I think. Not bringing two planes. So, all right. Anything else before we let you go?
Nope. Awesome, guys.
All right. Make sure to say hi.
You guys.
See you there. All right.
Cheers.
Let's go to the next caller, the 910. You're on with Jeranism RAW. Who's this?
What's up, man? It's Jacob.
Jacob, I should have known that, man. 910 is Jacob. I'll remember that in the future.
I know, right?
How are you?
You know that.
Yeah.
Good, man. How you doing?
Good.
So, I got a couple of things, but I heard you say Stephen Colbert. Doesn't that dude look like one of the Koch brothers' son?
Stephen Colbert.
Just Google the image of one of those guys. Doesn't he look exactly like one of their sons?
Huh. I don't know which one, but I'll definitely check that. I don't know.
Yeah, check that out.
That wouldn't be surprising.
And just a heads up, Spiderweb makes great kite string or helium balloon string.
I just have regular ribbon. I got like a whole bunch of rolls of ribbon. But I need somebody. I keep forgetting to get it. Somebody bring a hole punch. I need a hole punch. Single hole punch.
Are you talking about the redhead Koch son? No.
The Koch brothers.
Yeah, but one of them. One of them's like really redheaded.
I can't remember. I just remember the images of him, man. He looks exactly like one of them, man.
Okay, I can kind of see it, but except for the hair. But anyway, what else you got?
Okay. Yeah. So I think the spider web thing is interesting, how strong it is and how light it is. But anyway, so I used to ask people years ago, you remember the guy with the kite and the key?
Oh, boy.
And the lightning? You remember that?
Franklin, yeah.
So I used to ask people years ago, what do you remember about that? What was the key for?
The key was to conduct the electricity, and it would light up in the jar.
Okay.
That doesn't sound right, Jake.
Yeah, no, the kite had a string tied to a key in a jar, and the lightning would go down the string and make the key glow.
No.
Wow. So now, okay. So, okay, you remember something totally different than I do. And maybe others too. I don't know. Maybe it's a Mandela thing. I don't know. But either way, I was thinking, do you think these old cultures were using lightning rods and making the most powerful magnets for their alternators? Because I mean, that's really what we're on. I hear people talk about this dielectric, and they talk about torus fields, and I mean, let's be real. We know how an alternator works, right?
Right.
Okay. That's what we live on. I can explain that if anyone wants to debate that or talk about that one day, I'd be happy to.
And Jacob is our man with the electricity. He gets it much more than me.
And I've spoken about this free energy thing for years. I mean, there's many ways you can do it depending on where you are. If you have a running water source, you can do it. If you have cooking oil, you can do it with a diesel engine. If you have a tank reservoir above you that you supply more in that tank that you need for the first couple of days, you have like 100-to-1 ratio on your pulleys for your alternator. I mean, it's real simple. Everybody's making it so hard. Making it so hard. The only way you get an arc, which is a lightning bolt, you have a negative and a positive. That's what you have, a ground and a positive.
Now, is what the mainstream say is that both those negative and positive exist in the sky?
Man, I've been on shows and people call me troll and they tell me lightning's coming out the ground and they tell other hosts to hang up on me, and dude, I don't know what's going on. But I know one thing, I know what's going on. And I got free energy. I know how to do it. I don't have a YouTube video yet, but I'm gonna have one up.
Good.
And I'll show you the truth.
That's definitely.
I'll show you the truth.
Make a channel.
Bring it.
Show it. Yeah.
I'll bring it, and I want anyone who's going to call me a troll. Don't be a coward. Debate me.
All right.
Thank
you. You don't have a channel yet, though.
For the call.
All right. Thanks, Jake. All right. We got a break coming up here. So we'll be right back. If you want to get in line to call us, 213-233-3998. We got a pretty packed house, but we'll get to you all. Or at least try.
The reviews for Extendivite are amazing. Here are some from Amazon. By Christine, great for heart palpitations. By Anne, before I started using this product, every afternoon my ankles and my hands would be swollen. That doesn't happen anymore. So if that part of their advertising is true, I have to assume that the rest of it is also. Not to mention that when I had my yearly blood test, only a few weeks after beginning to use this product, my cholesterol had dropped over 30 points. I'm going to continue to take it. By Croc, I love this product. It really works. By Brad, works great, thank you. Tell us your story. Get your Extendivite today. To order, call 1-877-928-8822. That's 1-877-928-8822 or visit heartdrop.com.
Extend your life with Extendovite.
So, you love talk radio? Then you'll love TalkStreamLive.com. TalkStream Live is always on, 24/7 with the best streaming talk shows. Find your favorite talkers and discover some new ones. It's free, readily available online or on mobile with any smartphone or tablet. Finding your favorite talk shows all in one place has gotten a whole lot easier. Just go to TalkStreamLive.com. Be sure to download the free apps from Google Play or the iTunes App Store.
If you have hard water, the Lime Scale not only leaves white spots, it clogs pipes and breaks down appliances, costing you hundreds of dollars in energy and wear. Eliminate Lime Scale and other water issues like brown staining and bad odors with HydroCare water products, available from Wave Home Solutions. Wave's affordable water systems don't use salts or chemicals. You'll love the way your water tastes, smells, and looks. Satisfaction guaranteed. For more information, go to bestwater123.com. That's bestwater123.com.
True initiation is an inward journey. It's a spiritual path that is totally inward. It has nothing to do with anything external to you.
I want to determine if the Grand Architect is indeed what I believe it to be, which is the artificial intelligence.
The initiatory path is one of self-discovery and self-revealing. It's not a journey that someone can hold your hand through.
Tonight, ladies and gentlemen, I want to take you through the steps of initiation. Remember, you are divinity.
Step Beyond the Veil with Chris and Sherry Geo. Fridays and Saturdays, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. You're listening to the Truth Frequency Radio Network.
No hate, no hype, no fear.
Welcome back. You're listening to Jeranism Monday Night Raw. Thank you so much for joining us. Appreciate it as always a ton. We have a half hour left of your phone calls. My house is filling up with the aroma of dinner. I smell, I don't know, Brussels sprouts or could be broccoli, whatever it is. It smells tremendous. So I'm hungry if you can't tell. Anyway, if you're not going to the conference, you can keep an eye on my channel as I will be going live from there. You can catch it that way. I'm sure tons of people will be going live. I'm sure Karen B will be going live. I'm sure, everybody there is going to be going live. Or if you want to pay $40, you can get the live streaming. Go to fe2019.com, click live streaming and purchase that for $40. All the VIP tickets are sold out. Is that correct, Dave?
That is correct.
Are you bringing your drone? Are we going to get to maybe do a Dave live stream from the conference?
Absolutely. I never travel without it.
All right, sweet. That's always exciting. So yeah, check Dave's channel. He might be going live as well. Go ahead.
Yeah, we'll figure out something. At least get some good footage of the activism. Hopefully there's a ton of people. We'll see. Maybe I can fly it in the atrium. I was looking at the hotel and just have some fun on the inside too.
I don't know. Let me drive it and I'll fly it into a window and get you in trouble. But you say
I just looked up my skylight at the full moon, and I saw a plane transit in front of the moon, similar to Mercury. What does that prove?
That planes fly in the sky?
Does it prove the flat Earth or the globe Earth?
No, I don't think so.
Okay.
Let's go to the 360 area code. You're on with Jeranism Monday Night Raw. Who's this? Hello, 360, area code. Jeran, you're on the air. You've been holding for 45 minutes. There you are.
Yeah, I know. I've been here a while. Yeah, I know. My phone kind of cut out as soon as you unmuted me, which is pretty much my luck with my phone. But it's Dottie from Washington. Hi.
How are you?
I am doing really awesome. How are you?
Good, great, thanks.
So I'm going to the conference. Super excited. Pretty nervous because I don't ever travel by myself and I don't ever meet people. So this is going to be pretty insane for me. But I'm really excited. Really looking forward.
Dottie, that's great. Dottie, so you don't normally travel by yourself? You travel with your family, with your husband? I offered to bring my boyfriend with me because he really likes Owen, but he really didn't want to go, and so I am going completely by myself. And I'm really looking forward to it. But yeah, it's definitely really nerve-wracking because I'm like, wow, I'm gonna just be on my own, and I don't even know what to do. You're gonna walk into a crowd of hundreds and hundreds of people that think just like you. It's going to be the easiest thing you've ever done.
Yeah, you're going to love it.
It's going to be the easiest thing. Every time you turn around, there's going to be an awesome person behind you. Awesome.
Right, exactly.
That's what's happen anywhere.
I don't know about that. If I can be behind you that much, but maybe.
Or if you turn around and Mark Sargent's there.
It's questionable.
Well, you know what? His book makes him awesome. The reading of his book, he's awesome.
All right.
Dottie, did you listen to Mark Sargent's book?
I have not yet, but I really, I have no excuse that I haven't, because I literally work 10-hour days in a van by myself, and all that I do is listen to stuff. So I have no excuse that I haven't listened to it yet.
Do you have the book?
To a lot of Owen, so he's always got long streams. So I think that I don't have the PDF yet. But
not the PDF, the audio book. The audio book. Are you in Karen? Are you in Karen B's chat right now?
No, I'm not, but I can get in there probably.
I'm going to put the link in there in 1 minute.
Nice.
So make sure you grab everybody listening.
Anybody that wants it, grab that link.
And then when you're at the conference, give Mark $5 for his excellent job.
His excellent work. Hey, I did have a question. So I was thinking, since I'm flying, I was like, oh, shoot, I drink distilled water, and I don't know how to travel with water, at all. And you guys...
We all have that problem.
Yeah. I was like, man, I wonder if my suitcase would fit my distiller, because maybe I'll just be a psycho and bring my distiller with me.
Well, I know of one that will be there, but I don't know how much.
Hey, Ixnay on the Who's has the Stiller Day.
My bad. It's maybe there will be nobody there with one. No, sometimes you have to drink bottled water. If you ever do, I recommend Aquafina, because at least as far as I can tell, that does not have fluoride in it. Don't touch Dasani. Don't touch Crystal Geyser. Arrowhead. I'm trying to think of the other ones that I know offhand have fluoride. But I feel safe with Aquafina, other than the fact that it comes in a plastic bottle. And, I used to run a drugstore, and I know that, pallets of water would come in, and we'd sit it out in the 105-degree sun for hours and hours. And you don't want that. So if at all possible, I avoid it. But, in this trip, I've already chalked it up that I'll be drinking some Aquafina for sure.
Right. Yeah, I figured it was pretty much one of those things well, okay, it's just a couple days, just kind of suck it up. Even if you're drinking that water, it's well, it's better than drinking soda or, nothing. Right. So, but yeah, I was like, wow, maybe I can put a bunch of water in like tiny 2-ounce bottles and get away with that. But I
don't think it works like that.
I don't think so. But you don't want to put it in plastic anyway. But yeah, it was good about driving last year to Denver is that I got to bring a bunch with me. Brought a gallon for Dave, which he was very happy with. And
right.
Yeah, this year it's a little harder. So you'll get by. You'll live.
Yeah, exactly. I will live.
So make sure.
And if I die, I'll blame you.
Yes, you blame me from the grave. Come and haunt me. It's okay. Or just look behind you, and I might be there. Anyway, you're going to make sure you come say hi to Dave and I when you arrive. Are you getting there Wednesday?
Yeah, I arrive. Well, I work Wednesday during the day, and then, like, I'm arriving super late, but it's doubtful that I'll sleep on Wednesday. So, I'm sure I'll find everyone. But, yeah.
All right. All right, well, come say hi. We'll see you there for sure.
All right, Daddy, thanks for the call.
All right. Let's see here. Yeah, I got to get up at like 2 a.m. Isn't that funny to get there? That's crazy. Let's not think about that right now. Let's go to the 702 area code. You're on with Jeranism Monday Night Raw. Who's this?
Hey, this is Ryan. I'm in L.A. How are you guys?
What's up, Ryan? How's things down south?
Not too bad. The weather's always nice here. Getting a little colder at night. But, yeah, it's pretty nice. I just wanted to call and maybe express a few ideas that I've had.
Okay.
Basically, trying to put away the Bible. You know, I don't know. I haven't been to any of the Flat Earth conferences, but I don't know how much the Christians try to take over the talk there. But
a lot.
You know,
not much. I'm sorry. No, I'm just kidding. Go ahead.
You said not much, Jeran?
No, I said a lot first. Then I followed it with
a lot. Yeah.
No, I mean, it's, you know, there's a lot for everybody. If you're somebody who's a Christian, there's so much there for you, and there's so many people when you get into Rob Skiba and you get into Noel Hadley. I mean, all the guys that are Christians. I mean, there's plenty there, and if you're not, there's plenty that aren't. So it really is for either way.
Yeah, and there's plenty of Christians there. There's plenty of Christians there that play nice with non-Christians. Plenty.
Right. Oh, yeah. No, and they should all, I mean, hopefully they're all like that. I mean, I've never met anybody nicer to me than, Rob Skiba, for example, or Robbie Davidson. You know, there's people that I cannot say I've ever met somebody nicer than those guys. So they're nice to me. Right. Thank you very much, guys, by the way. Go ahead, though.
Well, that's good. At least they're nice. They think that the word is the key to everything. It's the key to our salvation and everything. But I kind of think that the words are the key to our salvation, and all of language is written by our Creator, and that the Bible is just a piece of the puzzle. And the piece of that puzzle is in the zodiac. Now, I believe it's the zodiac because it's the zoo, animals in the sky, die means two, and act, how it acts on the world. And I believe the ages get coupled together. So we just lived through Pisces, and there's no coincidence there that pi helped us see the earth as a ball, but it was coupled with Taurus, the bull, and that's why it's the Bible. And the Jews read the Torah. And, we're moving on into the age of Aquarius, and it's going to be coupled with Aries. And there's no coincidence that we're going to find out free energy in the air ease, the energies. So to me, it's all written by the Creator.
What do you mean it's coupled with? I mean, wouldn't that be much later than our lifetimes? If you're talking about we're getting into the age of Aquarius, when would the age after that come? When would it be?
2,150 years. Or,
right. Okay, I was going to say, it's like 2,000 years? Yeah, okay. So we will find free energy in 2,000 years?
I think we're going to find out free energy at this age because Aries will be coupled, or Aquarius will be coupled with Aries. I've been saying God's got a couple of aces up his sleeve.
Ah, gotcha. And, that's a good way to put it.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
To me, all the language is written for us to discover the truth. Even like discover knowledge. Discover knowledge. It's pretty brilliant, and. I tend to think that this is all the Creator's plan from the very beginning, he probably had the heliocentric model figured out before he even made this place, and that's why the 666 is everywhere. And that was just a message to his Wayseers, like this was the satanic trick. And Satan took Jesus up on the hill and said, "Hey, say that's the tangent. Say you're seeing tangentially around a curved ball. It's all in the language." And it's brilliant. It's absolutely brilliant. But one more thing, and I wanted to say this because I think this is important for the Christians to hear, is that Jesus is not some guy who lived 2,000 years ago. The whole Bible is an allegory, and it's by the bull, so it's deceptive. But Jesus is the jester. And Jeran, I think you're probably the best flat Earth jester there is, and I call Dave the king. And so
I guess
I think it's working out great. But Lord is El, which is Satan, which is the great inverter of things, and Ord is order. You invert that word Lord, and you get droll. A droll is a jester. So, to me, the jester was sacrificed in the age of Pisces. We went from kings and queens to governments and nation states, and we lost all opposition. But the jester is coming back, and it's all of our responsibility to play that jester and teach others to do the same. So, that's about all. Oh, one more thing, guys, is I think we all got to get on the same page somehow. And science will never meet us halfway and tell us an experiment that disproves their ball. So, for me, the only thing that they can do and that we can all observe is make a mark on the moon that is visible from the Earth. They say they've been there however many times, and
put a camera there.
How many different ones that have been there?
Yeah, I appreciate the call so much. Got to go because we got a lot of calls lined up, but I totally agree. Yeah, I don't know why they don't do something like that would really help show it, or put a camera on the moon, or put some sort of something there. They've been there. I mean, supposedly they've been there. Let's see. 513, you're on with Jeranism Monday Night Raw. We're going to move kind of fast because we've got a lot of calls in only 12 minutes. Who's this?
Jeran, Tim from Cincinnati. Jeran, Dave, how are you?
Hey, good. You, Tim?
Good. I'm glad you got. I cannot tell you how much it's killing me not to be in Dallas this weekend. Just absolutely driving me nuts, but circumstances won't allow it. Yesterday, you and Bob were talking about Danny Faulkner's book, which I was really appreciative of. I want to encourage Bob to go ahead and have that conversation with Danny Faulkner. I have a friend, good Christian, dear friend, who is a creationist. We talked creation for the last 15 years, but he cannot get close to flat Earth. Mm-hmm. And he just walked in about 3 weeks ago and handed me Danny Faulkner's new book, which I promised to read, and I'm halfway through it, hoping that when I send him something, he'll read that too. So tell Bob that if he wants to get Danny Faulkner by the earlobe and pull him at the table or something, I think that'd be great.
Okay, I'm not even sure if he's coming or if maybe he lives, and I don't know why he went to the Denver conference. I don't know if he'll be at this one or he was in Denver.
Actually, Faulkner lives like 30 minutes away from me. I'm in Cincinnati here.
Oh.
So, which, by the way, we're in the middle of a snowstorm, in case you're interested.
What were we going to say, Dave?
I totally got Danny last year, proved the Earth is flat, remember?
Oh, yeah, I do remember the Flat Earth Hot Sauce.
The Flat Earth Hot Sauce. I asked him, how could the Earth be a ball when there's Flat Earth Hot Sauce? And I produced the bottle, and I dropped, and I walked away. All right? And he had no response.
And it proved gravity at the same time.
So. I actually went back and took the bottle because he didn't deserve it.
That's probably the one.
I'll let you guys go.
All right, thanks, Tim.
All right, thanks.
All right, bye.
Let's go to the next call. 714. You're on with Jeranism Monday Night Raw. Who's this? Caller in the 714, which I believe is in California. And up there they are.
Nope.
714.
Jeran, who are you most excited to see besides me?
Iru. Caller, you're on the air. Am I going to hang up on you? 714? Going once? Going twice? I see little bars coming out. No. Okay. We'll come back to that one. Iru, who are you most excited to see besides me?
Andrew Langs.
Oh, Andrew's going again? All right. That's right. He's debuting something.
Oh, yeah. He's got a great debut. He's going to blow people away.
Oh, I can't wait to see. Now I'm even more excited.
Yeah. That guy is such a perfectionist.
He's so good.
It's why my app looks so good, by the way.
When I see videos like that, it tells me get out of the video making business.
Yeah, we're rank amateurs.
Yeah, it's like, holy shit, my videos are bad compared to that. At least they're not as bad when I first started. If I go back and look at stuff from 2015, I'm like, oh my goodness, what was wrong with me? But anyway, I've gotten better. Let's try one more time. 714, last chance. Going once, going twice. If you're in the 714, you've been on the air and you are gone. All right, let's go to the next call. 504, you're on with Jeranism RAW. Who's this?
Hello, Mr. Jeran. Can you hear me?
Can hear you great. How are you?
All right, great. I met both of you at the Denver conference last year. I think, Jeran, you gave me a ride to the Billboard meetup, and Mr. Dave, I think after the speech, the lecture that you did with Matt Long, I think I saw you were selling the book of memes with John Travolta and Jackson on the cover. He was asking him, what do you call Le Flat Earth in Paris? So I bought it from you.
I remember you.
Anyway, I'm going to be at the Dallas conference, and there were two things I think I'll tell you when I'm there, because it's two things you were talking about, but I've done some research into, but it's much too much to go on right now with your limited time. But I'll just mention them. I wanted to say Danny Faulkner is going to be there for that previous caller. I do know that for a fact. But from exchanging information on Facebook, a guy that is in a group that he debates in daily confirmed that he is going, if that source is correct. Anyway, the other thing, we're talking about the winds and all, and I've been researching ancient geographers like about the 12 winds and all stuff. Ones like Aristotle. I won't go in depth to this right now, but follow the 12 winds and some others.
We still got a lot of
yeah, okay. I'll wind it up. But the origin of the AE map and the flat Earth map that's used, I'll mention. I've got the history of that. But thanks for the call, and I'll see you there.
All right, can't wait to see you again. It was fun last year. Thank you very much for the call. All right, let's go. I never know what this is. The 888 area code? Not sure how that person calls in, but hey, how's it going?
Danielle from Quebec, how are you doing?
Hey, what's going on? How are you?
Doing good. Happy wedding's anniversary.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that.
Yeah, I think Dave is right. We need to stand up and speak out about whatever truth we hold and we know that the world needs. So thank you for the inspiration, guys.
People are ready for it. Just speak up. You'll be surprised on what they say.
Yep. Love you both. Have a good night.
Take it easy.
Thanks for the call. Perfect.
Appreciate the call. Let's go to the 505 area code. All these people have been on hold for a long time, too. 38 minutes, 40 minutes. All right, you're on with Jeranism RAW. Who's this? 505, by the way.
Hey, Jeran, this is John. Happy anniversary, man.
Thank you. Appreciate it, John.
Yeah. And Dave, congratulations. That was with Alex Jones. I really love that. Did a great job.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
And I know you got other calls. This is a long shot, but reaching out to you guys. I want to go to Dallas, kind of a last minute thing. If anybody listening is driving through New Mexico through I-40, I would appreciate sharing a ride. Share the gas.
Shoot out your phone number or your email.
Sure. It's avocadospider@yandex.com. And feel free to call 505-328-1549. Denver was great last year. I hope to see you guys. Thanks.
We'll definitely see you. All right. Hopefully people, if you're driving through New Mexico, right, give you or email you or
yeah.
avocadospider@yandex.com, correct?
That's it.
All right. Sounds good. Hopefully somebody gives you a call. We'd love to see you there.
Thanks.
Oops. Did I dump him? My bad.
Yeah, grab another call before it's too late.
714, you're on with Jeranism RAW. Who's this? Okay, I think we tried that one before. We've got, oh boy, sorry everybody, we're not going to get to everybody. 701, you're on Jeranism RAW. Who's this?
Hey, Dave and Jay, it's Kevin Naysay. How you doing, gentlemen?
Naysay, it's been a long time, man. How you been?
I'm doing as fantastic as the universe allows, and I wish so much that I could go to Dallas so I could debate all the hundreds and thousands of you.
I know
you're still
a baller.
Would love. Well, no, I'm not a baller.
Oh.
I'm not a steroid, and I'm not a flat earther.
What are you?
I am someone who is. I'm someone who's trying to find the truth.
Hey,
and
hey, just so you know, I'm gonna. You have a minute to go, and then I have to let you go. But go ahead.
Right. Well, I want to put it out there again that I would love to debate you, Dave, and I am nothing but who I am. But
start off with give me one ball proof. Just send me one ball proof. You have my email, info@theflatearthpodcast.com. Send me one ball proof, and then we can talk.
Okay, well, I'll see if I can find. Unfortunately, because I'm blind, it's a little bit of a challenge to.
You can send me audio. Just send me an audio. You can send me a speak pipe.
Yeah. Well,
anyway.
Give him your email address one more time, and if you guys want to set up, we can do a debate on this show. Fine.
Yeah. info@theflatearthpodcast.com.
Okay. Hey, Mr. J, tell the missus that I said happy anniversary, and I miss hearing her voice. You guys have a fantastic Flat Earth conference. May it be enjoyable and full of giggles.
Thank you, Naysay. Appreciate it. All right, that's going to be it. So everyone else on the line, I do apologize, but we'll get kicked off. So Dave, final words before we go. It's going to be a great time. Hopefully you guys are coming. If you need any last-minute tickets, fe2019.com. Is the best place to get your streaming. Or again, keep an eye on my channel, keep an eye on Dave's channel, and everybody's channel, and you will find us over there. So it should be fun. Dave, any final words?
If somebody goes to an art store and sees a big pack of foam core board or whatever, and feels like spending $10, $20, $30, whatever it is, bring it. The more the merrier. Because if you bring it, people will make signs, and we'll have a better activism, and it'll look better on the news, and we'll reach more people. So bring stuff for others. Don't just bring it for yourself. If you're going to get yourself a poster board, get it for others. It's kind of like prepping. Your neighbors are going to kill you if you don't share your food.
Yeah, totally. And there'll be a bunch of surprises. So hopefully you guys are coming, and hopefully you're ready for all those surprises. And there's lots of stuff, and we'll all be talking about it. We will be home in time, right? You'll be home to be on the show next week?
Does one of those surprises rhyme with Rogan Hall?
No. Thank God. Thank goodness. But we will be here next week, so we'll get a good conference recap. That'll be next week on the 18th. Dave, you'll be here, right? You fly back Sunday?
I will, but I'll have no voice.
Yeah, his voice will be gone, but we'll still be here, so we will get through another show. We appreciate you guys joining us. As always, thank you to all the callers. You guys make this show fly by, and I can't wait to go eat now and enjoy the rest of the anniversary with my wife. If you want to donate to the show, as always, Venmo @Jeranism or patreon.com/Jeranism, or mail me something. P.O. Box 3044, Merced, California 95344. Send me a book. I'll promote it like I've done with everybody else's. Dave, final words.
Support what you like, or what you like goes away.
Right. And
Censorship and regulation is becoming an ever-growing problem in today's modern media. From the mainstream to YouTube and Google,